we are going to try this a second time this morning. Hey, Traveling Bug. Josh, good morning. Pardon me if I don't read the comments as I am driving, so that takes the preponderance of my attention. All right, so we tried a little bit this morning, but unfortunately I did not have my internet connection plugged in, so the battery died. So the little bit I did this morning earlier, well, false start. Nathaniel Lee, good morning. All right, so we are still on I-20. We left Tyler, Texas this morning, just about 6:30. 8:40 in the morning, we made our first load check at the Loves in Minden, Louisiana. Basically 50 miles away from Texas, a bit west of Shreveport, which if anybody knows I-20 going through Shreveport, you know the road there, the highway going through Shreveport is absolutely terrible. It's just one of the worst stretches of road you can imagine anywhere. And it's never been, at least during my tenure as a truck driver, never been really attended to try to smooth it out. But that's the way it goes. So a bit cloudy this morning. We got 112 miles to go to get to Tallulah. At 171 on I-20 in Louisiana, which is getting pretty close to the border with Mississippi. So we did 124 miles. And here's, I think, sorry, choppy. That's, you don't see like speed man. Yes, my sexy lady here. Outside truck loading. I as I where the center needs is not and sleep shirt all the freaking time. You know, it's like there's no need for me to dress in a manner, you know, that makes me uncomfortable. That's going to affect my attitude while I'm driving. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so, like I said yesterday, being the first live stream while driving, the only reason why I had that hiatus for the driving videos is because, I don't know, what, 6 months, 7 months ago, something like that. It was sometime last year, if I remember correctly. Google, YouTube changed the rules for live streaming from a mobile device. Instead of just being able to do it, they changed it that you needed to have 1,000 subscribers. Well, when I finally got 1,000 subscribers, you know, it took a little, you know, a bit of time to get things set back up and be able to do that. So, this will be a little bit more of a consistent thing. You're gonna have the vlog, which are the numbered episodes. You know, whatever episode it is, what number it is, what day of the trip it is. You know, it's got its main title, it's got its episode title. So, you know, that's going to stay the same. Then he got the warp speed videos. You have the after hour videos. You'll have the back road videos. Now, I'm still going to try to put all those out as I can. Wow, looks like we got a few new people in here I've not seen before. Thank you all for coming in. I do appreciate it. This weekend, if my APU decides to actually start it is, forgive me if I say this wrong, Yabaseo. I believe that's the correct reading for hello over the phone, over the internet. Remember right that for pronunciation usage. So it's written down. I never thought that I'd be a quote-unquote filmmaker. That had never entered my head at any point in my life. I never thought I'd be doing this. You know, it's funny, you know. When I decided to become a truck driver, I used YouTube as an informational thing. You know, oh, got a board in the road there. You know, and all these other people, you know, making the YouTube videos about trucking, about family vlogs, about cooking, about, you know, science and all kinds of stuff. And I thought it was pretty neat. I thought it was creative. You know, people just will it just because they want to do it. You know, not because it's a job. I mean, for some of them it turned into that, but I never thought I would ever be doing this. Then one day in 2018, I bought me a GoPro. And, you know, I started playing with it, experimenting with it, and learning how to use it, and, you know, setups, and then I learned how to do a little bit of editing, you know, real crude poorly done stuff. If you go back to the very earliest ones, you'll see how bad they are. But, you know, and I thought I would get into the niche of, you know, doing the bathroom and shower reviews. I didn't see anybody really doing that on a consistent basis. I thought I'd do that, but kind of stepped back from that. Meant to be RVing. Is that who that is? Nothing edited. Life Adventures in Quito. Good morning. How you all doing? So for those who are a little bit late, a little bit, you know, after the vlog start, after the live stream started, we are on I-20, Louisiana, eastbound. We are pretty close to Arcadia. Yeah, Arcadia, Louisiana. Well, there's a sign right there. Exit 69. And we've stopped at this little truck stop over here on the left-hand side once for a little, a quick load check, and just moved on. Miss Linda Barker, good morning to you as well. So we are making the attempt to get from Tyler, Texas, where I spent last night, through, you know, the remainder of Texas, which we did, past Shreveport, here in Louisiana, all the way across to Mississippi. We're going to make a stop in Tallulah, or Tallulah, however they want to pronounce it. I'm not big on the southern pronunciation in Louisiana and Mississippi, so please forgive me on that. We're going to stop there next for our next load check, and we're just going to move on. We got 4 more stops to do today, including our final stop for the day, which we are attempting to get ourselves all the way to Tallapoosa, Georgia. A few miles inside the western edge of Georgia. So, and then tomorrow, Friday, we make our delivery over in Dublin, Georgia, which is a bit of Macon, which is south of Atlanta. And I have the weekend off. I have to go and attend to my medical card, which a commercial driver's license. In order to be to have a job, you have to have a medical card saying that you're physically somewhat healthy, or you have restrictions you have to abide by. You know, some people but you have that card on your driver's license in order to be able to drive, and that has to be renewed at a maximum every 2 years. Mine is due up on the 16th of this month. So, like I said, Friday, as early in the morning as I can get this delivered in Dublin, I got about 180 miles from Dublin back up through Macon, Atlanta. One of my favorite places to park. I'm going to park there for the weekend. My sister is going to be kind enough to bring me mail and stuff I've ordered on Amazon. So we're getting that all done. Either Monday or Tuesday, whenever I can get an appointment into getting a DOT physical done, get my new medical card, we'll have that arranged. And also, either Monday or Tuesday, I can have them get me into a Thermo King, you know, dealer, repair shop, you know, whatever they want to call it, and they can look at this APU and get it fixed and functional. The past 2 nights have been absolutely miserable for being exceedingly hot and having no electricity besides what's coming off of the battery, so I can't run a lot. I can't cook. Whoop. Police officer with some lights up here. Slow down, throw my flashes on real quick. Yeah, it's stuff like that you got to pay attention to. Now we have a something on the shoulder again. Yeah, trailer full of mulch. Trailer full of mulch. All right, well, like I said, so that is pretty much the plan for today. Delivery tomorrow, the weekend, and the first day or two of the week. All right, what were you doing that was wrong? You know, obeying the speed limit helps. It saves you time. All right, so like I said, we have, our manager knows exactly what's going on, so I'm not going to get a load Monday morning. Going to get some things repaired. So either Monday or Tuesday, like I said, we're going to get the Thermo King fixed. Yeah, they got somebody else over there too. Man, they're really active today. So like I said, Monday or Tuesday, maybe Sunday, I'm going to move from Emerson, Georgia, from the Loves. I'm going to move north on I-75 up to Resaca, R-E-S-A-C-A, Resaca, Georgia, which is heading north, heading up towards you know, Chattanooga, but not, you know, not going that far. There is a Pilot Flying J there in Resaca, which I will park at. And then either Monday or Tuesday, I will go right next door to the Thermo King outlet or store or dealer or whatever it is, repair shop. Get my APU taken care of, so it should be good for that. And like I said, once we have everything completed that we have to get done and that we want to get done, then we will be getting a load, hopefully as soon as possible, and we'll be hitting the road and seeing where, you know, where we go. You know, I could get a load going right back out to California. I could get a load maybe going to Maine or going down to Florida, you know, coming back out to Texas or, you know, North Dakota. Who knows where I could go. Hey, Mr. TJ, how you doing? I don't know if I saw you this morning, but thank you for coming in. So we are just cruising along at a nice 70 miles an hour. 18th gear, which is 8 high, selector up, splitter forward. Puts me in the 18th gear. 1500 RPM. This is as fast as the truck will go. Besides going downhill where I can pick up a little, a couple of miles there, but that's as fast as we need to go. This truck is not, it's not properly spec'd out or geared to go 80 miles an hour. I would like to. 80 miles an hour would be nice to roll along, but not exactly happening. So this truck is made a bit more for moving weight than it is for moving at speed. So let's see. We are doing just fine. A little bit of blue sky there, but Toyota here. Little hamster in that Toyota is working hard that wheel to find enough power to get that little car up the hill. Well. Yeah, we got a truck length between me and that car. And that's my basic rule. No matter what vehicle I pass, whether it's a car, whether it's a sports car like a Corvette or a Mustang or a Ferrari, doesn't matter. If I'm going to pull in front of them, I always try to have one truck length, 75 feet. 100 feet is better, but at least 75 feet minimum. Whether it's a truck, a school bus, a little Toyota, I don't even know what model that is. I always try to have that much room so A, they can see around me a bit, and B, if they need to put their brakes on, or I need to put my brakes on, less chance of them running into the back. And I would like that from everybody else. When they pass me, give me a minimum of a truck length. Something I can work with. Alright, well, I was hoping for this weather here to actually give me a little bit of rain to wash off a little bit of the dirt and dust and whatnot. There is a line of storm over in Mississippi at the moment. But it looks like it's kind of breaking up by the radar, so I doubt I'll get any of it. Like I said, I would like a little bit of rain. I have not seen any kind of real rain. Almost, well, while I'm driving, let me qualify that. While I'm driving, I have not really seen rain for almost a month. Now, when I was parked and overnight, while I'm sleeping, yeah, it's nice, a little bit of rain there, but it's not quite the same. Ruston, Dubai. kind of towns. I guess they're somewhat large enough. At least one of them is. They got a Chick-fil-A. They got an Office Depot. There's, let's see what we got over here. There's a Planet Fitness there. A Burke's outlet. I've never been to a Burke's. Courtyard by Marriott. Chick-fil-A. Huddle House. Best Way. No idea what Best Way. Appliance and Furniture. Electronics. Okay. Cane's. You know, chicken fingers. I've seen Cane's a lot. Many a time. The first time I saw it was out in Las Vegas. No, Phoenix. First time I ever saw a Cane's chicken fingers, you know, restaurant was in Phoenix. I still have not been into it to try it. I've asked a couple of people that came out of there, how is it? You know, what you reckon? What do you think is the best on the menu? How does it compare to other? Some good, you know, reports about it. You know, one guy said it wasn't his favorite, but it was pretty decent. But you know, that of course that's opinion. That's just a matter of taste. So you always got to take that kind of into to account when you go to someplace new. But 2018, and I believe that was the second or third time I've been to Phoenix. I was having a little bit of problem, so I got an Uber up to the Apple Store on the west Phoenix, through a green rock. I think that's what the called. Went there, got a little bit of assistance, and helped me out, got an Uber back. There was a smash burger in this, you know, in this shopping center area. You know, Staples, Home Depot, a music store, a smash burger, which my Uber driver recommended, which I was thoroughly satisfied with. I can recommend it, you know, from my personal taste. Really good French fries. The burger was properly done. Not trying to be fancy, but not, you know, just being your typical McDonald's here you go type of thing. You know, pretty decent. It was worth the money. On my way back, you know, walking, you know, not even 3/4 of a mile back down to the truck stop, there was a Cane's, you know, chicken finger restaurant right there. It's dark. It's like 9 o'clock at night, something like that, and the parking lot for the restaurant was full. There was about 20 or 30 parking spots. The drive-through was full, with about 5 cars sitting on the little, you know, road that's inside the shopping center, waiting to turn in. So, you know, for my money, that kind of suggests that it's a pretty good place to go. One of these days, if I'm able to, I might get to one. Who knows? Well, Men's BRD, I got one of the worst, kind of funny stories about a toothache. It's not exactly rated PG, so you know, anybody with delicate sensibilities, stick your fingers in your ears and go la 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 for the next couple of minutes. I think we all can handle it. It's not, I'm not going to be too graphic, but we all know what's going to be going on. All right, so 2018, I'm still at my first job with Watkins Shepherd Trucking. Towing a trailer like this one, with what the UPS guys call it, a 53-foot van trailer, you know, moving furniture and stuff like that for the most part. Carpet, flooring, furniture. That was the primary thing we did. All right, well, I'm delivering up near Detroit. And I have this toothache going on for a day or so already, so I wasn't feeling so hot. You know, finishing my deliveries, then getting, you know, just trying to make my way around, you know, Cleveland, Akron, Toledo, Detroit. And I wound up in Detroit. All right. Well, it turns out my truck wanted to act up with the diesel exhaust fluid system, as it liked to do. That Volvo was not great on it. If I let that tank get down anywhere close to a quarter tank, it was trying to do a reach-in, a regeneration, to burn out the filter and whatnot. And it, you know, I couldn't clear the codes in the computer. I had to put it in the shop all the time for that. So this is one of those times where the DEF fluid got too low. I had to put it in the shop. Well, the shop said it was going to take a day or two. Okay, call up the office, say, hey, truck's in the shop, it's going to be a day or two, I need a hotel. Well, we are not expecting, you know, 5-star, you know, hotels here. We're not expecting 2, 1, or even. Well, I get my stuff out of the truck, you know, that I'm worried about really missing: camera, computer, the important stuff, you know, take it with me. Uber driver finally shows up, takes me over to the hotel. A crappy little Super 8, you know, like 8 or 9 miles away. That, you know, as cheap as they can get it, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, like I said, I'm feeling pretty, you know, pretty on the not happy side, let's just say. Toothache, getting a headache from the you know, from the dealing with the truck and, you know, all logistics of getting me into a hotel. So I finally get myself into the hotel, and I'm laying there, you know, I'm taking the aspirin, I'm taking the you know, the Oragel, I'm doing everything I can to you know, to deal with it. Looked on the internet, there's a Walmart about a mile up the road. It's not exactly the worst part of Detroit, but still not exactly great. So after I got checked in around 2 o'clock, 2:30, walked up to the, no, I think it may have been a Target. Well, whatever, Target, Walmart, whatever. So, you know, I'm feeling pretty lousy. You know, most of the road is tore up, and no sidewalk, because they're supposedly doing construction. So I'm just pretty miserable all the way around. Get up there, get a few things, you know, to be able to, you know, something to eat, you know, a bit of food that I cook in the microwave at, you know, in the hotel room. You know, get myself back to the hotel, settle down, shower, lay down, take my aspirin, take some NyQuil to try to go to sleep. Wow. So I'm laying there tossing and turning. It's not even 5 minutes. Middle one story. So there's nobody above me, nobody below me. But I have neighbors on both sides. Enter the room. On the left hand side, I wanted to have a coughing, hacking fit for about an hour. I don't know what his problem was, you know. Hopefully he didn't die. That's the reason why he stopped. But, you know, I was a little bit too much pain and aggravation to worry about anybody else but myself. So after an hour or so, I said, laying there, listen to this guy, you know, do some self-induced lung removal. He finally stops. I'm still, you know, awake. I've already taken a good dose of NyQuil. I went ahead and took a second dose. Normally, I don't do that. Normally, the NyQuil will sit in my little cabinet here and never get used. I also got some sleeping pills. You know, some, I don't even know what the brand name is, but I picked up a small pack of that because I needed to sleep. You know, I just was feeling so bad. I didn't touch the pills. I just did a second dose of the NyQuil. So about 45 minutes of, you know, semi-lucid, semi-drowsy kind of state. You know, I know I'm not quite there yet asleep. So around 6:15, I think, something like that, the neighbors on my right. Now, I am making a pretty big assumption that it was a man and a woman. I didn't see them go in the room. I didn't hear their voices at any point in time. I never heard any real intelligible words until the quote-unquote whoopee started. Well, let's just say they were enjoying themselves for a long time. And in a pretty loud manner as well. I did make a complaint to the front desk saying they're being very loud. Please ask them to calm down. I'm not trying to ruin their fun, but whatever. So they quieted down for a little bit, then they picked it back up. So around 11:30, midnight, I finally got to sleep. A.m. the next morning, was waking to pounding on the wall. We all know what that means. And the woman, quote unquote, because it kind of sounded like a very husky woman, screaming, yelling, being quite vocal. Get it, get it, get it. Now, I don't know what kind of stamina some people have. I like to think I'm not that much of a slouch, but that kind of noise went on for about 4.5 hours. And unfortunately, I could not get back to sleep after taking 2 doses of the pills. Well, you know, I got a raging headache, migraine intensity, you know, the ones that absolutely kill your brain, you know, drive you almost insane. I got this toothache that won't go away. I can't sleep. So like I said, around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, sometime in the morning, around that. And finally, everything finally quiets down. Finally. Nobody from my office called me. Okay, well, they really didn't have any need to anyway. The repair shop hasn't called me. Okay, well, they did say it would take a day or two, so not too worried about it. I'm not really in the mood to think about the truck anyway. So I finally get to sleep. Slept till about 5:30 p.m. A good, long, didn't wake up once sleep. Now 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and this guy on, you know, my left side decided he wanted to meet his hacking coughing appointment. So basically, on the dot, from the day previously, he started his hacking fit for about an hour. Oh, I tell you, that was the worst headache, toothache I've ever had in my life. Oh, man, I tell you, that's the kind of fun you get to have as a truck driver. You get to deal with stuff like that, even when you're not in the truck. And all you lovely people out here, meant to be RVing and as in such, unless you were former truck drivers, be very grateful. With our kids being too rambunctious. You know, somebody generator. Oh man, I tell you, it is fun out here. All right, let's see here. All right, so we are basically halfway from our first stop in Minden, Louisiana to Tallulah. We got 64 miles to go, so just about an hour. Okay, it's not giving me a battery strength thing on there, so I don't even know how long we've been going here, but whatever. I do appreciate everybody coming in. If you would like to go ahead and run your links for your channels or channels that you like, feel free to go ahead and do that. Alright, so we got a little bit of hazy, cloudy day. A little bit of blue sky here and there. Lord. So 62 miles, we're going to do, that'll be 246 miles, 247 miles when we get to Tallulah. We technically could stop there in Tallulah to do a 30-minute break, or we could push on another 152 miles to our next stop in Mississippi. I believe I'm stopping in Meridian. More than a truck length between me and that FedEx guy. There we go. I always try to stop, you know, at the 150 mile mark, but it doesn't always work out that way on the road. So to remain compliant with the rules that I have to obey, the rules that govern what I do and how I do it, I don't want to be going past 150 odd miles. So if I have to cut a little bit short, 140, 130, 120, to try to make that gap a little bit easier, I do that. But the road determines what can be done within the law that I gotta follow. Alright, where are we? We are West Monroe. I've stopped at this pilot right here before. Now we just passed on the right here. Alright. But this is pretty much our day, you know, just I-20. The only reason we're getting off any section of I-20 is to go to a truck stop, to, you know, use facilities, take a break, check our load, and to stop for the night. Like I said, we're going to try to do 636 miles, I believe it is today, to go from Tyler, Texas to Tallapoosa, Georgia. About 90 miles, or 60, or no, about 80 miles or so was left in Texas before we got into Indiana, pardon me. Got to Louisiana, not Indiana. So now we're getting to Louisiana. We made it through Shreveport without a problem. Get into Alabama. We got to get to Birmingham, which is going to be the worst part of the day. over so everybody can merge just to be on the safe side. I'd rather be on the safe side and inconvenience myself that way I am protected. I don't need an accident because I want to go a slight bit faster. That never makes any sense in my book. Yes, I'm on a clock. Yes, I have a place to go. Yes, I have an appointment for a crane to offload this piece of this transformer I got on the trailer. But none of that is worth my life. I'd rather be safe and late than hurt and late, or never, not getting there at all. They don't pay me to go fast, they pay me to go rapidly. There's a difference. I'd rather go rapidly, safely, than just going fast. Because any knucklehead can do that. I can mash the gas pedal and go fast. Like this guy in this challenge, speed limit is 60 miles an hour. There's no reason to be passing this truck on the right. Turn signals, Monroe, Louisiana. There, we got enough space here. We can get in the lane here. Got it. But this is the exciting part of it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, it has been 4 months almost, I think. Maybe a little bit more since I went. It all runs together. Sometimes you see some place that looks so similar to a place you've been. One time, you remember it. I know I've been here. If I come around the corner, there's a little building over on the right that was falling down. You come around the curve, and it's not there, and it's like, well, it just looks similar enough. And unfortunately, I've had a lot of that. And just the way the road is shaped, where the tree, the general landscape is, the time of day, whatnot. It can be odd. It's like, I know there's a Wendy's up here. I'm positive there's a Wendy's up here. Nope, you're wrong. There ain't nothing there because you're 2 states over from where you remember. Ah, that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. Mr. Ralph Floto, how are you doing, sir? Good morning. All right, like I said, we're getting through Monroe, Louisiana here on I-20 eastbound. Let's see, we are still in 18th gear. Run a little bit lower on the RPM, 60 miles an hour. Just about 1,285 RPM on the engine. The dash is saying 87 degrees, 6.7 miles to the gallon. We just hit 195 miles done for the day. We got 52 miles to our next stop. Ready, ready, ready. Pardon me, pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. Yeah, what else, what else, what else? Oh, well, I stopped in, what was it, Pecos? Pecos. Yeah, I think it was Pecos, Texas. No, it's a stop after Pecos. It was... I can't remember what it was. Stopped at the Flying J, did my my 30-minute break. Got me a sausage on a stick. That was nice, you know, nice and juicy, good, crisp casing on the outside. That gave a nice crunch. Juicy on the inside, good flavor. A little bit of spice to it, not a lot, just enough to let you know that it's a little time. That you can feel it on the back of your throat, a little on your tongue. Had a pretty humdrum chicken sandwich. It was pretty forgettable. If I had put some cheese and some mustard or some lettuce on it, it'd have been good, but I just had a plain, you know, hot dog, hamburger bun, you know, a breaded, you know, like chicken breast that's been pounded and deep fried. And I had a fried apple pie, which I shouldn't have had all that sugar, but damn was it tasty. Could have used a touch more cinnamon in my book, but a nice apple pie that had been fried. Would have been better if it was hot out of the oven or out of the deep fryer with a scoop of ice cold vanilla ice cream on top. That would have been excellent, but no such luck for me on that one. There you go. But there's really two things I've been craving lately that are actually restaurants. Well, three if I'm really honest, but the only reason I thought of the third one is because I went past Canton, Texas yesterday. There was a Long John Silver's in there, and I wanted some fried fish. But c'est la vie. I really want to get to a Olive Garden. Yeah, it's not the same as doing it myself, but it has a flavor I like, so there you go. There are times where I do like that. I do prefer fresh made pasta, and I do prefer making it myself, but sometimes it's just easier to let somebody else do it. So I've been craving that lately. Also been craving Red Lobster lately. A little bit of crab, a little bit of lobster, a little bit of shrimp, a little bit of this and that, you know. But the one restaurant I truly miss and want again, which is never going to happen, And some of the older people here might remember it, might not. Arthur Treacher's seafood restaurant. If I could just have Arthur Treacher's just one more time, I'd be happy. And there's, you know, there's other restaurants that I've missed from my youth, misguided and wasted as it was. Bennigan's. I don't care what anybody says, I enjoyed going to Bennigan's. The 2 or 3 that I went to on the west side of Baltimore, good service, they did things correctly, I enjoyed it. Security Square Mall, west side, I think it was exit 17, no, exit 18 I think it was. Either exit 17 or 18. Security Square Mall. Social Security headquarters has been based there forever. The mall was the hot spot, you know, like malls used to be. 70s, you know, 70s, 80s, even into the 90s. Going pretty good, but there's a lot of things I remember that changed about it from when I was a young kid to an adult. They had in there a pretzel store called Hot Sam's. Not an Auntie Annie's or whatever that place is, but a one that was called Hot Sam's. Got my love for a hot, traditional, large, soft dough pretzel with as much pretzel salt as the human body could possibly take in eating a pretzel, and good quality mustard. My love for that particular meal, that particular dish, comes directly from that. Mr. Ross Roams. Well, I'm sure it's, let's see, 5-hour difference, 6-hour difference from where I am right now is 9:42 a.m. Central Time. Mr. Roams is there in the good old United Kingdom, Great Britain, London, England. And if I remember correctly, you are primarily on the west side of London, north of the River Thames. If you ever want to see a good driving tour of any of the boroughs of London, how many Mr. Ross Roams, there's what, 58 boroughs? 58 boroughs of London. Correct me that, I think my information is wrong on that one. But if you ever want to see real London, not just or Windsor Castle or Big Ben or Parliament, Tower Bridge, you want to see real London, go watch Mr. Ross Roams as he does his drive around real parts of London. Southall, you know, any of the other boroughs goes to. 32. I said 58, trimmed it down to 38, but 32 boroughs. And kind of like New York, for each York has its own kind of flavor and culture. You know, from what I've seen, London has the same thing. if you ever want to see, you know, London, go check out Mr. Ross Roams. I'm a bit of an Anglophile. I've always loved British culture, Scottish, Welsh, Irish, English culture. I've always had a fascination with it. I've unfortunately never been able to go. But hopefully soon I can, once this virus thing is done with. And people get back to a sense of normalcy. And I could probably still give a good walking tour of several major cities and, you know, regions of Japan. Spent 10 years of my life there, and that's just kind of burned indelibly in my mind. And I would like to have someone like that if I go to the UK. Alright, well, the battery on the GoPro is going to die soon. I won't be able to see the chat because the iPad is going to lose power here momentarily. Got 8% on my battery. Let's see, where are we now? We are near Rayville. Let's see, what is this? Columbia, Stark, Louisiana, Rayville, Louisiana, all this area here. Let's see, exit 132. 40 miles to go to our final destination. Unfortunately, there's going to be no cooking video this weekend, unless I can figure out how to get the APU running again. So, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But there will be a bit of food video shot if the restaurant where I'm going to be stopping for the weekend is open. You're going to see one of the best pizzas I've ever had in my life if they're open. I think they are. And like I said, once the APU on the truck is fixed, I may do a video, you know, showing the tools that I have, whatnot. And then once we, like I said, once we get back into having the APU, we'll do some more cooking. Try to do that during the week, but definitely daily vlogs or daily live stream driving. Try to do that 3 or 4 times, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I don't want to do it too much. I want to have it, you know, to complement, but so like I said, I'm just going to leave it here. I-20, Louisiana, heading towards Georgia. Just want to say thank you to everybody who came in. Mr. Ross Roams, Linda Barker, Nathaniel Lee, Mr. Ralph Floto, TJ Pull the Woods, Meant to Be RVing. Aquarium, looks like Aquarium Cop. Sorry, I didn't see you before. Josh Warmke, Jumgoon, Life Adventures in Keto, and Nursing Our Travel Bug. Feel free to go check everybody out. We all can learn something. I hopefully one day we'll have the RV I want, a nice Airstream, and be able to go air full time the camping RV life. That's nice. And I know a lot of those folks. RV country. Please subscribe. Do much I need. And most of God does, and hopefully a great. And it might be. I don't know if I'm going to be on. Well, let's see. Tomorrow I will be on. I'm going to try to do a live stream. My load getting unchained and offload. So you may get a little bit of live stream for how some of the equipment, the equipment I have and how the load is moved off of the vehicle. We'll see if we can do that. Other than that, like I said, thank you all very much for coming. God bless, and we will talk to you later.